Do you want to know what one of the biggest misconceptions in New York employment law is? That's that non-compete agreements are enforceable against most people. Lots of you have them, but hardly ever are they enforceable. We see hundreds of these things. Most of them are garbage. And I'm going to explain to you right now the three-step process that we use at our law firm. And over 90% of the non-competes that we see turn out to be garbage. Let's dive right in, the three steps. But before I start, stay tuned for the third step, because that is the easiest one for most people to apply. Step one is called the legitimate business interest test. Now in New York, the only time they'll ever enforce one is if the company has a legitimate business interest in enforcing it. And pretty much the only thing that satisfies that test is if the employee who signed the non-compete has possession of the company's trade secrets. You can probably understand that if an employee has a company's trade secrets and leaves to go to a competitor, how that could be a really devastating thing for the company. And only then will the court step in and enforce a non-compete agreement. For step one, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, does your company have trade secrets? And if so, do you know what they are? But if you're like most people, either your company doesn't have trade secrets at all, or even if they do, you have no idea what they are. A little bit about trade secrets. A trade secret is simply a business practice or method, that's secret, that a company uses to its advantage over its competitors. Here are a few examples of famous trade secrets. The formula for Coca-Cola, Google's search algorithm, the recipe for Listerine mouthwash, the recipe for Twinkies, those little weird cakes. If you work for a company that has a trade secret, and if you know what those trade secrets are, and you know if you're one of those people, then you are one of those rare people that can be held to a non-compete agreement. But like I said, most everyone else out there, like 99.9% of us, don't have possession of your company's trade secrets. So to summarize, in New York, a court will only enforce a non-compete agreement against you if you have possession of your company's trade secrets. And if you don't have anything to worry about, unless you fall into the category of step two that I'm about to explain. Step two covers people with unique or extraordinary skills. You have to be like the inventor of a famous product, or maybe a celebrity like Tom Brady or Michael Jordan. You have to be really, really high profile, like a nationally renowned expert in your field, or a celebrity, or someone who gives nationwide speeches for your company. You really have to be something truly extraordinary. If you're one of those people, you could be held to a non-compete agreement. Step three, that is the fire for cause test. Now, believe it or not, in New York, courts will hardly ever enforce a non-compete against a person who was fired without cause. The reason for that is simple. If a company isn't even willing to employ you and they let you go for no good reason, they can't stop you from going and get a job in your industry. It's as simple as that. So if you have a non-compete agreement, you signed it and it's enforceable, but your company fired you for no good reason, without cause, that non-compete agreement can be thrown in the trash. It won't be enforced. So as you can see by going through the three steps, non-compete agreements are pretty much unenforceable against most people because they don't have possession of trade secrets, they're not unique or extraordinary, and they also can't be enforced against anyone who is fired without cause. If you learned something new about non-compete agreements, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to learn more about non-compete agreements, please visit our website at ottingerlaw.com. We have lots more information on non-compete agreements. Also, if you'd like to talk to us about your non-compete agreement, we have a flat fee consultation program where we'll review your non-compete and talk to you about your agreement over the phone. And most of the time, we help people realize that their agreement is garbage. Now that you've heard about those three steps, let me know which one you think applies to you. Please leave your comments below. Thank you. I'm Robert Ottinger.